Hello, my Stampin' friends. I hope you are ready for making a couple of cards with tulips. And why did I pick tulips? Because we're headed into February. I'm already working on February's schedule and classes, and February is my anniversary month. Tulips are one of my favorite flowers. So, and I love these bright, bold colors. So thank you so much for being here today. If you have stumbled on me and upon me and don't know who I am, my name is Michelle Salcho, and I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Middle Tennessee. That's an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Middle Tennessee. And today I like to keep my videos short, so I'm going to just change out the camera and we're going to jump into our projects. And I'll try and tell you the things that I want to show you as we go along. Hello, Denise. Thank you so much for being here today. All right, so I'm going to start by showing you a couple of projects that I've already done using this bundle. And so here I use this beautiful tulip paper with the Evening Evergreen and Pale Papaya colors. And then this one with Poppy Parade and Petal Pink. I would have never thought to put those colors together, but they're just beautiful. The Petal Pink seems to look more pink with the Poppy Parade. I don't know, but it's just gorgeous, or maybe more coral. I think this one might be my favorite because I love purple so much. But and this is that white organdy ribbon that I just colored, and so is this one actually. I colored this with the Poppy Parade blends. And then it seems like there's supposed to be another one. Where did it go? Okay, I know it was here just a few minutes ago. Maybe it'll turn up as we keep going along because there should be 4 of them. Oh, here it is. Okay, here's the 4th one, and this is, I love making little pocket cards. That one needs a stamp on the inside pocket for that message. But if you've got a big greeting or a lot that you want to say, this is a great way to showcase that too. All right, so if you're not sure where these tulips are, let me find them in the catalog for you. Okay, so this is the mini catalog that goes until the 1st of June, early June. Oh no, the end of June. Sorry, it goes through the end of June. And the tulips start on page 14. And I decided to look at the print lab today. There's a resource for demonstrators that gives us the recipe for the different card samples in the catalog. And so I thought I would, look at some of these and see if I wanted to case them, because I'm dying to do this. I haven't played with the dies yet. We may have to do that next week. But anyway, so I checked this out, and then there were these. There's another one I've made a while back. I'll have to pull out. But this, I love all these colors. And then it seems like there was even one in the back where the bundle is spotlighted. So this is called the Flowering Tulips. I love that these bundles are now listed in the catalog alphabetically. Makes them easier to find if you can spell. Here's the Flowering Tulips bundle. Look at this purple there too. So lots cool. And here you get a look at the dies. And I'm going to pull the dies out in a minute. And you can see there are a lot of them. And we've got some, yeah, I'm going to need to practice with that. I really almost pulled this out to show you today, but I don't know. I decided to pull the tulips out instead. All right, so that's where we are. Oh, you know what? I forgot to grab adhesive sheets. So talk amongst yourself. I'll be right back. Okay, see, that wasn't so long. Okay, adhesive sheets. We are going to work with this die here. This is one of the dies from the set. Here are all of the dies. So this is the way they come. They come, sorry about that. They come in a sleeve. this beautiful plastic sleeve. And that's a great way to keep them. It's very sturdy. And then they're all adhered with some tape to this card. I usually move them to a magnetic card that makes it easier for me to go through them. So I did that. This is kind of how they would look. And you can see all of these floral images. And there's a stem. There's a couple of stems, several leaves. Look at this little, what do you call that? Somebody help me out. Some kind of little geometric design. How does that work for you? That's what I would call it. And then all of these pieces to the different flowers. And they're awesome. So yes, that has definitely got to be some homework for me. I have so much homework this week. It's a wonderful thing to continue to learn and grow and train. And I am doing a couple of different training exercises this early in 2022. One of them is just for this week, and another one is going on for 6 weeks, and we're not quite halfway through. All right, so now I've got those there. Thanks for bearing with me while I did that. We're going to use this detail die today, and look how long that is. It's nearly 6 inches long, so you could do quite a bit with it. I've got a cat that thinks she is desperate to come in here with me. I'm also going to use an adhesive sheet with these because that will make it so much easier to adhere to our card. And these are 6 by 12, and they come in, they're divided so that it's a little easier to peel off when you're done. I've already cut my Poppy Parade 1.5 by 5.5, and then we're going to make this card twice. I didn't say that yet. We're going to case Paula, I don't know how she says her last name, Rabin, maybe? I'm not sure. I'm sorry, Paula. I just probably said that all wrong. But we're going to make this card twice. Once her way, and then I happened to see it a little differently, so I decided that I would do that the second time. But this part is the part I always forget, and so I'm going to do that first. I am going to use these. These tulips are going to be featured in the card club for February. So, I'm going to show you a few projects before then, before the deadline to sign up. You can sign up by the 10th of February to get this card class, either to subscribe or to take just this one class. All right, so I'm cutting this to the dimensions of my cardstock using our paper trimmer, and then I'm going to place it on my cardstock. And I have a confession. I'm not quite sure if you're supposed to, which time you're supposed to peel this off. If I'm supposed to peel it off in one sheet when I put it on my, okay, well, we're just going to go with it because they're coming off 3 at a time. Oh, okay, I didn't quite say that right, but instead of needing to place this as one big sheet, the stickiness is on this section, so I can do it just like this. And now when I run this through the cut and emboss machine, it's going to have the sticky on all of the little pieces for me, and it'll be so easy to attach to my card, and it'll stay. And actually that's what made me think of doing this in the first place, was because I kind of thought about doing what I'm going to call a peekaboo technique. That's not even close to what it probably is, but when I thought about that, that was going to leave these little tulips pretty vulnerable to being bent and torn. Hello, Pam. Yeah, I love tulips. I'm not so big on cut roses. Roses growing are absolutely beautiful, but a cut rose, not so much. All right, let's go ahead and cut these, and then we'll pretty much have our pieces done, except I'll have to come back and cut more of the designer series paper. And I'm going to pull out the mini cut and emboss because it fits right here on my table and you can see what I'm doing. And it's just so handy to have around. Now, when I list the supply list, I'll list both of them, but I am working with the mini today. This is a $60 cutting machine, so it might be a better value for you if you're just starting out. All right, now I got plenty of room here, so I don't have to worry about it's going to hang off because my die is longer than I need it to be. That's fine. I've got a curved edge, but as long as I've got something on both sides, that's good too. I'm using the gray plate with my mini cutting machine and then 2 clear acrylic plates. Now, the instructions for this act like you should use the white plate, but this just goes through so smoothly that I typically use the gray one. Now, with your mini cut machine, I'm going to feed this through and then I want to hold it. Notice that these edges are staggered. That will get your machine going and push it all through. Now, this is pretty detailed, so I'm actually going to run it through a second time. That'll make it faster to get all those little bits out. And since I know I'm going to make this with 2 cards, I'm going to see if I can, oh my gosh, look at that. This is the piece that we're gonna use, and you notice it just came out perfectly, and all that adhesive is already there. So those adhesive sheets will be listed in the supply list when this goes to my blog later today, and then if you subscribe to the blog, it will come to your inbox tomorrow. So michellesalcho.com. And you can subscribe to the blog, you can subscribe to the newsletter. And they are a little different. The blog is just the details about my Facebook and YouTube lives, and the newsletter tells you about all the events each month, any specials that Stampin' Up! Has. Now, I try to put those specials in the blog too, but it doesn't hurt to subscribe to both the newsletter and the blog. And of course on YouTube, subscribe there too. And get notified of when I post a YouTube video. All right, so let me straighten this back out because that got all wonky while we were twisting and turning. You can feed these both ways. I think that we all get a little, I don't know, I typically kind of go left, try to use my left arm and go, oops, I got that all started wonky. Come on. I try to use my left arm because I get tendonitis in my right arm, my right elbow. The mini doesn't bother it so much as the bigger machine. But you can see you can go either way, you can go back and forth. If you're not doing something so detailed, you don't need to make that second pass through. All right. Now, as long as I'm here, yes, I'm glad that you had discovered the adhesive sheets, Johnny. All right, I will clean this little booger up later. I'm just going to put it back on the sheet. Now, I also know that I'm going to cut some white labels. So I'm going to go ahead and grab a little bit of white and do that real fast. Paula used the Tasteful Label dies on her card. And since we're going to case one pretty much like she did, we can do that. And then, oh my gosh, I set my circles down. Okay, bear with me a second. There they are. Okay. Then I have 2 circles. I'm I'm never going to be able to pick that one up. I did. Woohoo! Okay, so this is the smaller white one, and it's not going to fit on there, so we will do it separately. I also pulled out the Stitch So Sweetly because that's another favorite set of mine, and I'm just not sure which I'm going to want to use. It never hurts to have more than you need. All right. Whoops. And then the last die cutting I'm going to need some Poppy Parade. And where did I put my scrap of that? I think I might not have cut it yet. Put that there. I'm just going to cut a quick piece of Poppy Parade so that I can cut this other. If I cut it, okay, don't have enough room over here, do I? 2.5 shouldn't be enough room. And we're going to cut the larger circle from Poppy Parade. Just a beautiful kind of red-orange color. Do you remember that Christmas paper a couple of years ago that had the elves and Mr. and Mrs. Claus? There was a lamppost. That was all Pool Party and Poppy Parade, those are the colors we're working with today. So I've had a quick trip down memory lane, remembering that paper and what a favorite it was. Santa's Workshop, maybe that was the name of it. Okay, now I'm going to clean up my dies just a little bit because disaster awaits, doesn't it? This is the Stitched So Sweetly that I pulled out. Do you still have that, Pam? I really liked that. I loved the colors. Pool Party and Poppy Parade. It's just a gorgeous combination with it had a dark green with it, didn't it? Was it, did it use garden green? Was that the green with it? Probably so. Okay, so for our first card, we are going to, so I've got a piece of the Designer Series paper that is 3 by 5.5, and then I have a 1/2 inch strip of the paper, and we're going to tuck these little tulips right back here, like this. So first off, let me grab my little Take Your Pick tool. While I'm over there, I went ahead and grabbed a bone folder. So, oh my gosh, messages, phone calls, everything coming in. What was I going to tell you? Oh, I got distracted. I think I want to tell you about the event we had over the weekend with some stamping friends. I probably need to line it up on that edge and then trim from this one. That dang cat. And so this has got a curve to it. That's okay. I think I can still bring this up. No, maybe I need to turn it. Let's see. Kind of depends on if we want any of that bank to show or not. And, you know, there's nothing that says that has to come to the edge. We just kind of have to know where it's going to go in the meantime. Maybe we should kind of adhere the green to it and then let that be our guide. Could do that. Just put a little bit of Actually, I'm going to put a little bit of the seal instead. And then I'm going to line this up. I want this to be straight. So there's my edge. Actually, I want to start with this edge. Okay, just keeping it straight. That leaves the tiniest bit right there. That's a pretty cool way to do it, but it's pretty straight. Then I want this to show, I'm kind of building this backwards. Am I still in camera? Okay. So that's going to go like that. And then this is going to tuck in as much or as little as we want it to, but I certainly don't want to leave, more than I've got. And that's a 1/2 inch strip. And I want it to stay. So, yeah, definitely going to build this backwards. Kind of shooting from the hip here, huh? All right. So, sorry if I'm getting my head in the way. I'm going to put this down on the edges there. And it's probably helpful if I use my grid paper and line that up. Then I'm going to slide this in. And I've only got that touch of adhesive. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, I know what I can do. All right, so this piece is 3 inches, which leaves me 2 inches here, or two squares. That's 1/2 inch. So if I know no, that's not right. So this is 3. I bump this to 3. Does it work there? Oh my gosh, that was going to be so easy, and then I totally lost my train of thought. Okay. This is going to come to right there. And then this might make it the easiest of all. To put this little guy down right there. So, of course I don't have a pen over here. I'll mark it with Crazy Michelle. Grab a pen. Okay. This is where we want this to go. So let's pull off the adhesive on the back. So you can see all the adhesive that's getting left behind. So all of these little pieces are going to be stuck down automatically. I don't have to worry about glue sneaking out the back, squishing out, running over. I'm really kind of proud of myself for remembering to use it first. All right, let's get that in the trash can. Now, let's line everything up again. And know that right there. And see, then I've got this line over here to line it up to. Grid paper is a wonderful thing. Okay, look at that now. stick you guys down. And they're all stuck. It's amazing. Now, I just need to get you stuck down. Boy, that glue is really got some little grubbies on it. Okay, you all got quiet on me. Are you still there? Wow, how did you get so off? Okay. So you need to be there. That will be pretty much. Okay, I'm going to set that for just, let my finger hold that in place for just a second. Oh, for the love. And since I know that my DSP is going to cover this, and I've already put some adhesive on the green, so I'm okay with how that's going to stick. That's so funny. It doesn't look straight at all. I can be such a pistol. Let's put some more. Oh, I must have run out. Come on. And that's the end of that. So we'll add a little more glue to get our corners down. Okay. Well, I did not leave. Wow. Okay, hold on. I do want to leave some of the green showing, and I scooted it over too far. No. Oh. Okay, well, shoot. That's not a very good case, is it? Because I didn't show the green. I went over too far. All right. Nevertheless, if I knew where my white labels were, we would go ahead. Here's the white circles. There you are. Okay. And I didn't bring the stamp set over here. I brought blocks. Goodness. Goodness, goodness, goodness. Where are you, Tulips? You're out somewhere. Maybe I did bring it. I did. What a mail person is here early today. All right. No one deserves a happier birthday than you. We have lots of February birthdays. So just tap that up. This is Poppy Parade ink. At least I think it is. I hope it is. And I'm going to stamp that down. Isn't that a lovely font? I mean, oh my gosh, it's just beautiful. And then we'll pop it up with dimensionals. And we'll put it about there. That's lovely. So, and it, you know, except for my little goofs, it was pretty easy. And then just trim off the edge. And you can do this with your trimmer. I'm just taking my paper snips. So when I saw this, beautiful card, love the colors, love the way that green was going to peek through. But I thought, wouldn't it be cool if this was actually kind of see-through and showing it was actually on the inside instead. So that's what I have in my head. So let's see if I can make that work out correctly. All right, we're just going to leave that one there. Let's straighten up my workspace because I don't know if that bothers you, but it bothers me to be looking at it that way. So another piece of pool party, because I need to cut my card a different way. It needs to be what we'll call a hamburger versus a hot dog. So this one I am going to cut. Actually, I usually score it first, so let's go ahead and do that. I'll show you my actual steps. So I'm going to take my scoring blade. I'm scoring it at 4 1/4, turning it, and now I'm going to cut it at 5 1/2. Okay, so here's another card base for me to use again. Then I need some more of the paper. And I bet that is already pretty much cut to the size I need. And I need another strip of the green, which I thought would be right there. Oh, there. Okay, so let's cut a 1/2 inch off of it. So we want the green side. I wonder if I cut more, if I'd have better luck with what I'm trying to do here. I'm going to actually cut a 3/4, give myself a little more playroom. And then I need this to be 5 1/2. And I need my flowers to be 5 1/2. And, okay, then we're going to need to cut off this part. So if this is 3, our card front is 4 1/4. So we've got 3 inches for the flower, and then let's say we have a 1/4 inch for the green. And I really want that green to be at the edge, and we're going to line it up with a piece underneath. This time we're actually going to put this here. And you know what? If I'm smart, maybe I'll do that part first. I'm going to need a piece of white for the inside, and that is going to be a little bit shy. Let me grab another piece. So this part is going to be, I'm going to let it be, let's see, it needs to be 4 inches, not quite 4, it needs to be 5 1/2 down, because we're going to come all the way down. It's not going to be 4 inches across because the green and the other are going to take the space. And so that's 1/4 inch plus whatever we leave this to be. Actually, we need it to just be this, don't we? So if I cut off 1 1/2, okay. Nothing like showing you how my brain works, huh? Okay, so that should be, okay, I'm not going to cut that piece just yet. We're going to build the bottom and then come out from it. So this is going to come here. And then this is going to be here. And we can let this peekaboo. So I still think we had the right idea to put this on top first. Figure this piece out, and then let this come in. Maybe we do want it a little bit wider, huh? Because I don't want quite so much of that green. Ah! Why is it such a struggle? If I just started. Okay, so sometimes this is just how it goes. 5 1/2. At least I know one dimension, right? Let's put these together. Or maybe we put the red down. We can actually put the red down, can't we? I'm going to be all confused when I go to pick up my pieces in a second. I had them spread all over. The Take Your Pick tool is sometimes a lifesaver. It's wonderful for this, for picking up your embellishments. Looks like all of those go out. And then, oh my goodness, I feel like that video of the woman that was trying to make masks that did everything, including sewing her sleeve to her fabric. All right, that part's down. Now we're going to put this part over it, wherever we want it. Okay. And I'm actually going to line this up so that I find so I use this line then to see and get it straight. Now let's see how big our white needs to be. So we want about 1/4 of an inch to show. That would be 1 square. And so here's 1/2, 1, 1/2, 2, 1/2, 3. So 3 should do it. Which, you know, that should have been fairly intuitive because that's how big that front piece is, isn't it? Put my score line there. Look at that, people. Okay, we're cooking with gas now. I'm not very loyal to my adhesive. Well, I have to be using glue now because I ran out of my seal. I have to reload. Okay. There's the inside of our card. Now, what my thought was that we would peek through at the point of the green, that we'd actually have the green here. In that case, this is 3. This would be 3 1/4. So that would be cutting 1 inch off. Maybe even. Did I only cut 1? Oh, I did. I only cut 1 and I'm going to need 2. Chances are pretty good that I could have figured this out beforehand. Oh my goodness, would you please stay put? I've got the tape marks down. Well, that's sort of straight. That's our first one. All right, then we're going to put this one down. On the edge. And it's going to go right over top there. And then this is going to come here. Now, my next question is, should this have a bow? Does it need some ribbon? This is how this is going to work. that we could put. I pulled out this white, thinking that's what I wanted to use under it. Oh, that's okay. So this is 3.5. So if I put ribbon down here. Okay, need a glue dot. You didn't stick. Come on. An extra hand would be helpful sometimes. Okay. Put that right there. Then come along. Come on. I feel like I should have music playing in the background. Maybe the Jeopardy theme. Something we can dance to. Although I discovered yesterday dancing and typing, reading, these are all difficult to do together. Can y'all hear that silly cat? This is the advantage to glue, is I can kind of gently slide it in place. Come on. Oh my gosh, I said that and now it doesn't want to slide. Is it Monday? And I kind of forgot that I wanted to stick this under here. Take your pick tool to the rescue, please. Gosh, that glue really stuck down fast. There we go. Give me a pocket. Thank you. I'll figure out how to get that even. Normally I would do this with a glue dot. I might not have to. The glue may be still sticky enough. So if you ever doubted it, just because you come on Facebook Live does not guarantee perfection or that there won't be challenges. Okay, that will stick down good enough because my little greeting is going to go over top of that and will help us out. The greeting this time is this beautiful thank you. Love circles. Love this big red greeting, round greeting. I think this needs some butterflies too, so we may have to grab those brass butterflies. Bling it up a little bit. Then we'll put this down to the Poppy Parade circle. And then we'll use dimensionals to put it on the card. And we'll grab the butterflies while that just sets for a second. Here are these gorgeous brass butterflies, brushed brass. That's a tongue twister. Like fresh freesia. Very hard to say. And dimensionals. All right, is it coming together? I'm just going to slide a knot on this side. This ribbon is part of a trio of ribbons. Flowers, oh my gosh. Flowers for every occasion, maybe? Which way do you want to go? Okay, I want to go like that. All right, then we'll trim it. Okay, there's ribbon. Now let's grab some butterflies. Okay, it is coming together the way I saw it, which that's the good news. It might have been a slightly painful process to watch me getting there. So does that give you encouragement that I didn't quite have it figured out? Or are you thinking, oh my gosh, that chick was crazy? I guess those are not really mutually exclusive. And then my butterflies, I want, there's really not a place for one there. So let's put it there. And then we'll put a couple, can I put one there? No. A couple down here. And there you go. Okay, so the idea is that this peeks through. So it turned out the way I saw it, but yes, it was a little painful in getting there. So what I'm going to do before I post this to my blog is I'm actually going to case this the way it should have been, so that you get they're much more similar than different, and that you can truly see that this is the basic card, and then just by cutting it off, we've turned it into a bit of a fun fold and doing it this way. So thank you all so much for being here. I'm back on YouTube at 11 Central on Monday, and then Facebook Live next Wednesday back here. And where next Wednesday, we're going to pull out the dies, and we're going to conquer putting those little flowers together. So have a great day and a great rest of your week. Thanks so much for being here. Bye-bye.